Welcome back to What RT Noobs with General Disturbance. This is a T-80. It's a Tier 4 Soviet light tank, and it's located on the west spawn of Airfield, and the name of the commander is Tanker 333-1. Now, what can I tell you about the T-80? Well, it's a modified version of a T-70, but instead of having a single man turret, it now has two men in the turret. One who acts as the gunner, and the commander who also acts as the loader and radio operator. So you can tell he's pretty overloaded. It's a light tank, so it's got pretty poor or pretty average armour. This one's armed with a 45mm gun, but they can have a 37mm automatic gun as well. And it's also got that strange turret to one side of the vehicle arrangement. You can see there. Okay, coming up onto the rise. No enemy in sight. It looks like he's made it up safely. Okay, now he can go up to the bushes because nobody saw him. He can actually spot for the enemy, try and find the target. And there's the target. It's a Simur S35, that's a Tier 3 French medium. Missed on that shot, got a first hit. That one went in. It's got tougher armor at the front, but the sides are fairly weak. Oh, that one ricocheted. Got the wrong angle, fired another round and missed. In fact, the armor saved him, but he gets the kill there. And it's a BT-7 Art, and he kills it with one shot, 33 hit points. Somebody else had probably hit it beforehand. Now, was that an MTLS? Yes, it is. The American light tank, the reward tank. And he's pulling back because that MTLS would have seen him as he was coming up. But he didn't want to tempt fate and get 2 rounds from that MTLS cannon. The M15 alongside him hasn't been seen, but there's a good chance the enemy would try and fire in this direction anyway, because he'll suspect that there is somebody shooting from these bushes. Now the MTLS is pulling forward. So you can see him there. Yes, we do. And he gets a good round in. 52 hit points and pulls back just in case he was spotted. He probably was. I don't think he's got sixth sense, so he may not realise if he has been spotted or not, but he's taking the precaution of pulling back just in case he was. Oh, he got a round into that Panzer 1C just as he went over, just between the gap. That's good shooting. Okay, no other enemy in sight on Temple Mount, as I like to call that hill, because there is a ruined temple there. No, there's Panzer 1C. Oh, he's coming down. Tries to get around it. No, he's just too quick at that stage. He needed to aim ahead of him. And he needs to be careful when pulling back as well, because these rocks can easily flip you over. In fact, a lot of the rocks that Wargaming put in with version 1.0 do actually have a tendency to make you tip over if you're not careful. Oh, there's an M1542. It's just a narrow gap, but he can shoot at him. He gets a 62 hit point hit. Now, he might be better off actually moving to his... Yep, he's going to do it. He's going to move slightly, knock the tower over. But now he can shoot at the M15 without worry. And he's got the bush mechanic working for him here. So he's not going to be spotted, even if the enemy is looking in this direction. So he gets the kill on the M15. That's his 3rd kill so far. The Lux is coming down from Temple Mount and moving rather rapidly as well. I think he's after that Panzer 4D. There, we can see him. There's the Lux. Gets a hit. And that one bounced off the armour. Fires another round and gets another hit. And gets the kill shot, but unfortunately was seen by an M8A1. That's a Tier 4 American tank destroyer. He needs to be careful because that thing can do a lot of damage. And it's pretty accurate gun. So he's hiding for a sec so he goes unspotted. There's an M15 and he takes that one out. One shot, 31 hit points. You can see that the 45mm gun is actually quite a decent little gun. If I put this up here, if I pull this down, yep. Actually do it that way. It's a 45mm with 55 damage, 75 penetration. And that Panzer 38, unfortunately, unwisely, his tunnel vision, he wasn't watching where he was going, and that's his top gun. Okay, it's only 3 enemy left. Now, where are they? Well, one of them is around the corner there. That's the M15, and he pops his head up. He puts a round into him. Pulls back just to avoid the return shot. May not be a wise thing pulling forward, because that M15 is ready for you. Now pull back. You're unsighted. He won't know where you've gone. And you can pull around the other side and get him. Now side scraping. Not advisable to side scrape in a light tank, because it really doesn't improve the armor that much. And the M15 pulls out again, gets hit. Now he's side scraping like a champ, and he can use that wreck actually for cover. But I think that M15's wise to what's going on, and yet he fires around in, it hits the tracks. So he's damaged the tracks. But that's not going to be too much concern to Tanker. The M15's gone back under cover again. And I'm pretty certain he's still there. Unfortunately, other enemy are getting closer. There's a P2640 short distance away. Now he's got to be careful, because that M15 might have come around the corner. But there's the P26. He's not looking this way. Is he going to hit the M8A1? No, he hits the P26. Gets a good hit. And another. And another. That one missed. He's aiming for the engine bay. Trying to do. He's tracked him. Fires another round in. But he gets hit by the P26. And that's dangerous, because that P26 does have a very nasty HE round. And luckily, he only fired AP there. And he's backing up to see if he can see that M15. And he can't. So the M15's obviously relocated. He's going to go and have another go at the P26. Is he looking this way? I think he is. He's locked on. Fires a round in, but it bounces off the armour. Fires another round in. No joy. He can see it this time. Oh, he's bouncing off the armour. Going for the lower plate. Kills him. And that's the high caliber. 53 hit points. Good shot. Right into the lower plates. No chance that that P26 will survive. Now, what's he going to do? He's going to chase after this M15, or is he relocated? He's relocated. Okay. And the good news there is he's probably not that far away, because the Panther 4D is around the cap area. And I think the M15 is going to be seen around here. Yes, there he is. And he surprised him. Gets another round in. Hopefully he won't get hit. Oh, he does. But he gets the kill. And that's the last kill of the game. And that's 8 kills at tier 4. And unfortunately, that does not mean he gets a Radley Walters. But he will get the constellation of a Top Gun. And that was a very good victory. And he raises his gun in happiness and salute. Let's have a look at the end of battle results for that one. Well, it's an ace tanker for Tanker 3331 in the T80. He also picked up a bruise medal for getting at least 5 critical hits, crew incapacitations or module damage. He got 13 in that one. He also picked up a duelist medal because he took damage from 2 enemies and still managed to kill them. So he picked up that medal, and a 5 for effect for doing more damage than the hit points of his own vehicle. And he's the best ones. He picked up a high caliber for dealing the most damage in the battle, at least 20% of the enemy hit points, and a Top Gun for killing at least 6 of the enemy. Well, he killed 8. Would have been a Radley Walters if he was above tier 5, but sadly, because he's at tier 4, he won't get a Radley's. But it proves that he can do a Radley's, because he's done it at tier 4. And if you can do it at tier 4, you can do it at the other tiers. So congratulations to Tanker 333. Let's have a look at the team scores. Well, highest damage, 1,162 hit points. And nearly, that is double the score of the next highest scoring player on his own team. He also managed to get 8 kills, double the highest score on his own team again, and nearly 3 times the score on the enemy team. And when it came to base XP, 934. Well, this tells me that if he got an ace tanker and it's only 934 XP, that this tank cannot be really played that often by other players, because normally you'd expect to see an ace tanker over 1,000 XP, but he managed to do it with 934. So he managed to do it with a difficult to play tank, and the reason that tank's quite difficult is because it's on a tank line that not everybody goes for, because it is a light tank. But it's still very nice, and 3 times or nearly 3 times the highest score of the enemy team, and that was the Panzer II Lux that he took out. Now, if we look at the detailed report, he fired 38 rounds, got 31 direct hits, 24 penetrations. He did damage of 1,162 hit points, of which 473 were at more than 300 meters. He received 4 hits during the battle. 3 were penetrations, 1 was a non-penetration. And of course, one of those non-penetrations was the M15. One of the penetrations was from that P26, and that was quite a deadly one because obviously that did a lot of damage to him. The other one was from the M15, who actually did manage to get in 1 shot just before he died. He blocked damage of 50 hit points from that M15. He hit 10 of the enemy, that's 2/3 of the enemy team he actually managed to damage, and he killed 8 of the enemy, and he did damage assistance of 67 hit points. Now, on a standard account, just the standard account, he earned 17,430 credits. And after repair and ammunition resupply, and the ammunition's dirt cheap at this level, he actually took away 14,850 credits, and that's a very good score for this level of tank. He received 934 base XP, and because there was no multipliers, I'm afraid that's all he took away. But I must say congratulations to him, because getting the level for a Radley Walters in a tier 4 tank is indications that you're actually going to be quite a hot player when it comes further down the line. And so long as you take care not to get that return shot, not to try and tempt and side scrape in a light tank, because the armor's pretty weak at the sides even if you do side scrape, and I know that from experience, then he should come along very, very nicely indeed. So congratulations to Tanker333. If you enjoyed this replay, please give it a like and do subscribe to our channel, and hopefully it'll be your replay that I'll be featuring in the next video.